The truth of the sit at home is something that cannot be overemphasized. I have said it again and again. The reasons why we are doing this and the importance of sit at home. I have played the video where Master Simon Ekpa explained it. If you think that sit at home is not important, it means you must give us something that is bigger than sit at home. Before you can be able to place sit at home down, you must give us something that is bigger than sit at home. You cannot leave what is working or throw what is working under the cupboard and you think Biafrans will fold their hands. This was exactly what transpired before when the DOS trying to break down on the sit at home. Biafrans said no. You cannot remove something that is working and without replacing it with something that is bigger. I thank everybody in Biafra land that still knows that it is important. That knows that sit at home is the only voice we have today. The only voice remaining. There is nothing remaining. In Biafra land today, one thing that people can still look at and say there are people who still want Biafra in Biafra land is sit at home. The only single thing that people can do. But let me tell you, the international communities are not just looking at people abroad. Those of us who are living abroad, you're on Facebook or on Twitter on the talking. That is not where they're looking at. Their most interest, their major interest is people on the back home. People back home, they want to see the support we have on the ground, the control we have on the ground. Some of us don't know the importance of that. If you like, make noise on social media for 1,000 years. Without taking control on the ground, you are wasting your time. You're wasting your time. The only way the international community will weigh your strength, will weigh your strength and the seriousness of what you're doing and your control is by looking to the homeland and see what you are doing in the homeland. They will look at the homeland. When they look at homeland and see what you are doing, that is the only thing that they can be able to look at and say, okay, that this person is making sense. Don't ever play it down. If you think place it at home down, you must give us something that is much more serious. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge every one of us to please, in the name of Chukwu Kabiama, be very, very careful what you do. We must continue to hold our ground. We must continue to do what we have to do. We must continue to send this information. And we must continue to make sure that our voice is heard across the world. More especially on this sit at home. Under no circumstances must you overlook sit at home or give it up. Don't give it up. That is the only weapon you have. The only weapon you have. The only weapon I have. We must not give it up. We must not give it up. Wherever you are watching this program from, I want you to be very careful. I want you to be very careful. You don't need anybody to preach to you. You don't need anybody to enforce it. You don't need anybody to remind you. It is something that the foundation have been led by Chukwu Okaba himself, and we embrace it. Don't allow the campaign of the enemies to make you to walk away from your victory. Do not allow the campaign of the enemies to make you walk away from your own victory, the victory that has already been given to you. The victory that Chukwu Okike has given to you already, you are throwing it away. It will be a very bad thing to do. It is a very bad thing to do. As we are watching Finland and what they are doing today, you think they are not paying attention. They are still paying attention. They want to still know that thing that they accuse Master Simon Ekpa, if it is true. Just like Master Simon Ekpa kept the tempo, he kept the tempo until the last day. He kept the tempo. Maintained his stance about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and continue to do something to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu relevant. He never stopped one day. He never stopped. The same way we that are alive today, we that have our freedom today, we will do the same thing for him. Don't slow down the tempo. Don't slow down the tempo. With the revelations we are getting today in the case of Master Simon Ekpa, we have 1,000 opportunities. I am more than sure that by the special grace of Chukwuka, Master Simon Ekpa is going to join us. He is not going to serve that sentence. He will not. He will not serve that sentence that is coming from the court of first instance. That court of first instance, whatever they have said, cannot stand. By the time we get to the appeal, things are going to change dramatically. It's going to change. You know, all this while, we don't know a lot of things. There are so many informations we are hidden. So many informations. But I thank you today. Everything that is hidden is being exposed. Everything that is hidden in secret places are being exposed. The chances of the freedom of our Prime Minister is still very, very large. Very, very huge. The chances of freedom for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is very huge. And his freedom means a lot for Biafra. His freedom means a lot for Biafra. It means a lot for you. If you don't know the value of that freedom, it means you are not serious. That is why when I see people who are rejoicing about the predicament of our Prime Minister and they still claim to be Biafran people, I laugh. Chukwuka have made it easy for us to know those who are Biafrans and those who are not. Those who are fighting for Biafra, those who are not fighting. Today, it is easy to know. It is easy to find out. But I thank Chukwuka that after the revelations that are coming, the investigations we are doing, it is very, very obvious that the freedom of Mazi Simon Ekpa is possible. Very, very possible. The chances are huge. The chances are huge in the appeal court. That is why I have said, I don't see anything that will stop Mazi Simon Ekpa from appealing. And if he refuses to appeal, I don't need any excuse from anybody. I need to hear from him why he has refused to appeal. Because obviously, it is Mazi Simon Ekpa that will trigger the appeal. Nobody's going to do it for him. From all look of things and how things, nobody is going to do that appeal for Mazi Simon Ekpa. He is going to do it himself. It will be according to his request. He's going to request that from his lawyers through the court, send him for the appeal, then the appeal will go on. Nobody will do it for him. Just like every other thing, from the beginning of this case up to this moment, Mazi Simon Ekpa have been doing everything on his own. That is what I just discovered. I just discovered that Mazi Simon Ekpa has been on his own doing everything possible. Let's see what happens in the appeal court. Maybe during the appeal court, maybe something is going to change. If he's going to call the attention of people to help or getting other international court lawyers, then we can be able to find out. But from the understanding of how Finland court works, the Finland court have three systems. They have a court system of 3 levels of courts that they operate. They have 3 levels of court. And the very first level, the first level is where our Prime Minister is today. The court of first instance. And in that first level, cases are decided there, but the decisions there are not final. The decisions there can be changed. And we also know that the kind of judges they use there, they don't use professionals on that very level. The court of first instance. And most of the people that they use on that very level, that they are not professionals. That is what we discover. That in the court of first instance, which is the court our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is attending, the district court. In that district court, the court of first instance, citizens, ordinary citizens are used as judges. They're used as judges. And these people have been appointed by the government themselves. The government identify people and they decide to use them. So those people who they identified, being that this is a case between Mazi Simon Ekpa and the Finland government and Nigerian government. So you can imagine, if Finland government decide to pick somebody to come and judge, of course, they are going to pick people that they can be able to control because they're not professionals. They're going to choose people that has one condition or what that they can be able to compromise. So you see where those chances come. So from that, whatever verdict you get, you cannot base argument on the verdict that came from this very court. You cannot base judgment on that. The appeal court is very, very essential, more especially in a serious case like that of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Nothing stops him from going to the appeal court. This is not a case that will be decided by a citizen judge. It's not. It's not a case that will be decided by just an ordinary lay judge. A lay judge. They call it a lay judge. A lay judge is just a citizen. They can just pick up any citizen anywhere who is not practicing, who is not a professional, to come and take decision. Decisions are mainly based on people within and all that. So we cannot be able to trust them. I think during the case of Master Samuel, there was in a situation where a citizen also came and testified against him. There was one man was brought to testify against him. When the man testified, at the end of the day, the lawyer of our prime minister discovered that the man that testifies has a very bad record. That he has gone on a false testimony in the past events. He has a record of testifying falsely on previous events, and then that very testimony was thrown away. So you can imagine if they could bring somebody who has testified falsely before to come and testify again. How can you ever believe on that kind of a system? That is why it is essential that we must take these things to the highest level. And I believe our prime minister is going to appeal. And when he appeals, everything is going to change. We know that international conspiracy and silence is also there. We know that there is international conspiracy. We know international conspiracy to silence Biafra. We know that. That one is playing out every day. We cannot deny it. We cannot deny the international conspiracy. It is very, very open. It is not even hidden. Before they do it in secret, but today, the international conspiracy is in the open. They do it without mind. They don't even care anymore. They don't even care anymore. So on that aspect of the international conspiracy, we know that that one is there. And there is nothing that can change it. So wherever you are as a Biafran, we must keep our hope high. Do not be confused. Do not be distracted. Do not allow anything to push you aside. Every one of us must continue to hold that part. You see the way Mazi Samuel hold his ground for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never looked back. At this time that Mazi Samuel needs us more than ever. He needs us. He needs us. He needs us. Let me tell you, one of the things that Sit at Home is also doing that whenever it is Monday Sit at Home, everybody will remember Mazi Simon Ekpa because he was the one that was in the front line supporting Biafrans on Sit at Home, civil disobedience. That is one way to keep the legacy of Mazi Simon Ekpa alive. That is one way to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not forgotten. That is one way to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not forgotten. I don't know why any Biafran will play it down. I don't know why any Biafran will think that staying away from the Sit at Home will solve any issue. This is the time for us to take charge of our own destiny. The foundation has been laid on what we can do, on what we will do, on how we are going to salvage this situation. The foundation has been laid. So, any one of us, wherever you are, this is the time you must come and speak up and do what you have to do. It is unfortunate that things are happening the way it is happening. But whatever happens, never give up. Do not give up. Do not give up. We must remain vigilant and remain united. Very important. We must remain vigilant and remain united. That is the way we can be able to overcome this very challenge that is ahead of us. It is not an easy task. It is a heavy task, a task that we must carry out and we must win. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, it is very important. It is very important that we keep our eyes on the ball. We keep our eyes on the ball as we dive deep into the world truth. There are so many untold truths. There are so many things that are hidden. There are so many things that we are not told before, that we are seeing now. There are so many informations we didn't have before that we have now. Everybody must keep their eyes on the ball. Keep away your anger. Keep away your grievances. Keep away whatever anybody have told you in the past. And begin to re-educate yourself with the information that are coming now. Re-educate yourself. The case of Master Simon Ekpa has taught us a lesson. This very judgment that was passed has taught us a very great lesson. So many things we thought we know before, we never knew. So many information we thought we are right are not right. So many informations we thought are right are not right. Only this time we have begun to look deep. Look deep. Forget about those who are laughing, those who are rejoicing at the predicament of the Biafran people. Forget about them. Let them go ahead. He that laughs last, laugh the best. The most shameful thing is to see a Biafran celebrating and laughing at our prime minister. Or even a Janjaweed. A Janjaweed that is already occupied by, that is already taken over by terrorists. A Janjaweed that is laughing. His backyard is burning. He can't even go to his village. Those who are talking about Master Simon, they can't even go to their village. They can't even do anything for themselves. They are helpless. But they are there celebrating the arrest and the kidnap of Master Simon Ekpa, judicial kidnap of Master Simon Ekpa. That is what I call it. Because what we saw there is not normal. It's not normal. But I'm heartbroken. And heartbroken because if we had known what we know now, then, Biafrans will not be silent. I believe so. They will not be silent. We would have done things differently. We would have done things, we would have spoken differently. We would have spoken differently. The judicial system of Finland is very, 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 very messy and very, very dirty. And now that we have known, every one of us, we must stand strong. Don't worry about those who are laughing. Those who are laughing, he who laughs laughs not the best. And those who are laughing, they are not better than us. They are not anywhere better. Master Simon Ekpa remains a figure. You will remember him even in millions of years to come. Children unborn will remember Master Simon Ekpa. Our unborn generation will remember him because he has written his name bold in the history of Biafra. I saw a video that was made by someone which I saw that was posted. I think I have to share that video where somebody gave a very comprehensive illustration on the issue of Master Simon Ekpa. His views were so touching, and I would like to play that very video. Let me see if I can find it so that we can hear what the guy said. And what he said there, we are all the truth and nothing but the truth. But you know, sometimes truth is hard and bitter. People don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear the truth, but we will make sure we will continue to push it to them, and they will hear it whether they like it or not. They will hear it whether they like or they don't like. They must hear the truth. They must hear the truth. They have hidden the truth for a very long time, but this time it can no longer be hidden. Let me see if I can be able to bring this up so that we can be able to listen to what this brother has to say, his views on those people who are celebrating their own downfall and think they are celebrating the downfall of our prime minister. So I just got to see that, and I feel other people should listen to him, and let's just listen to what he has said. He made a great point. And I believe those idiots that are celebrating, by the time they come across this speech, many of them will retrace their step, and many of them will be shocked to their bone marrow to what they are going to meet.
For straight 2 days, Samuel Ekpa has been trending both in Nigeria and in Europe. And I'm going to say this. This young man at the time represented Nigeria doing 100 meters, 200 meters, and then hurdles and land. And he won a silver medal before leaving Nigeria for Finland. just like what's her name, Toby, is it Amosu? Yeah, Toby Amosu, representing Nigeria right now. And maybe a few years from now, decide to go against Nigeria, that they want the Yoruba nation.
Please write on the comment section. Let me know if you can hear him.
The issue at hand is what Nigeria has refused to deal with. For a young man with a promising life to wake up one morning and decide to go the way he went, there was a reason. And that reason, nobody bothers to talk about it till today. Go to the eastern part of the country. A lot of them hold the same view, if not all. And nobody wants to look at it. Nobody wants to talk about it. I can tell you from experience, from what I've seen, when Nnamdi was kidnapped from Kenya and then brought to Nigeria, did he stop disciple IPOB struggle? No. Samuel Ekman, far away Finland, took over, doing the same thing, preaching the same sermon. I watched the what he did in Finland. Look at the crowd there. They were doctors, they were lawyers, they were engineers, they were architects, just people from various walks of life. They came from all over the world to attend that gathering. What does that tell you? There's something in this young man that brought them together. I see some Nigerians celebrating. Every social media, Samuel Ekpa has been sent to jail. He's been sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. Samuel Ekpa has gone to jail. There's hand on Peter. Now he good for him. Make you learn a lesson. My dear, I'm going to bust your bubble with this. I don't know if any of you have the privilege to see the prison where Glenn is going to spend this time, the 6 years. Now vacation, he can go. He's going on vacation. Free 3 square meal and snacks in between. He doesn't have to pay light bills. He doesn't have to pay water bills. No mortgage, clothing, everything is paid for. And he's entitled to a champagne, a big champagne bottle every weekend. If you see the bed linens, Arabian linens on the bed, where's that one that will be sleeping? Most of them, when they celebrate, they jump up, say, hand up it, hand up it. Now, mosquito, rodents, rats, and mouse. Now, na the battle with everything, with your dusty feet. All around your bedroom. House when they never renovate it 20 years. Why wouldn't you celebrate? Say yes, hand on Peter. If that's when you go sleep, your friend and all that like that when I came there before. I don't know how many of them went on go cruise. This cruise ship. They're exactly the same. You know, for 6 years, he's not going to bother to. No pills, nothing. Just eat, sleep, wake up, go to the gym, pump iron well. By the time after that 6 years, when he go come back from vacation, you go see him, yes, he don't get prison body. What we call a prison body here. All buffed up, you know. Look on what's his name? The one in Abuja, Minister of MTC. You, you don't see as it means with his skinny legs. Uh, he, 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 he has every resources within his reach, and yet he's looking like that. My dear, when I just bless this young man, he's finished the Finnish authority have made him famous because one, whenever Biafra is mentioned, his name is there. And then they mention Ojukwu, they mention Nnamdi Kanu, Sabaleba name will be mentioned, written in that book. So all of them, when they say God don't punish him, God don't punish him, nobody knows that, Papa. Nobody would know that, Papa. Nobody knows that. Even yourself talking, you know. But now, everybody knows that Sabaleba. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested before Sabaleba. Sabaleba was sentenced before Nnamdi Kanu. What does that tell you? When I get a long way to go. Yes. When I get a long way to go in that country. You know. You've given this young man all these years. While we're put on the London, not still that life. You know, Tinubu, you are there now, still keeping this young man. Where was Samuel Ekpa arrested here? That is sentenced. And I say we get joy, we get caught for Nigeria, we get whatever. That everything we need, we have. My dear, it's a shame. It's a shame when you see something good. What is government? Government is about the welfare of the citizens, but obviously not. What we have is a group of people with like minds, bent on doing what they want. If they have to make people independent, you have to destroy them. Look at your citizens. All these ones, every single one of them celebrate. Even the ones at your TV stations celebrate. Look at them. Let them show you where they live. You come into that studio with your dusty feet. Shoot when you some of them even wear put on oversized suit. With I'm not letting me talk about it. I'm going to call it here. Somewhere there by a vacation on the Finnish authority Senate. So for that 6 years, times up how many bottles of champagne you go drink. And one to one on an unknown, you say that they let them bring in girls there, you know. When they're nice up at night, weekend nights, yeah, they take good care of him. Losing the waist very well. You know, not the people white for years. Like those that man went down, which are there when they always like people white. You know, not like that. They will bring in some good girls. You know, when give and deep massage and all that. A bonus with that. Big bonus. No bills. Free. Everything that you need is being paid for. What a wonderful life. Nigeria, a good night from you.
You have just heard that brother speak, and this message is for those idiots who are celebrating the judgment that was passed against Master. In as much as we know that the judgment will not stand, that one is certain. That judgment cannot stand. After Mazi Simon Ekpa have appealed that very judgment, it can't stand. It can never ever stand. From what we know today about the district court, from what we know today about the court of first instance in Finland, that judgment cannot stand. When they get to appeal court, it's either the case is being thrown off or it will be reduced to the barest minimum that Mazi Simon Ekpa will not spend another single day there and he will be out. Mazi Simon Ekpa has suffered more than necessary. In the appeal court, where they have professional judges, not like the district court, it can never be the same. In the district court, where they are using their local whatever they call them, their lay judges, where they use lay judges. It's not like the appeal court. In appeal court, they are professionals who cannot be influenced either by politics or by the government. In that place, things are being looked into, and they consider every single judicial process based on international law. As we read, in as much as we know that there is global interest, but at least there are certain things they can do. They have delayed him more than enough. They have succeeded in delaying him and pushing us back. They have been able to push back the hand of time for us enough. So nothing stops Mazi from coming out. They have already played their games. Nothing again is remaining. So the message of this my brother is sending is a message sent to all these idiots who are celebrating in Nigeria. You see a one Nigerianist. Even in their studio, go to all their studio, go and check all the videos they did. All the analysis they did, they were all rejoicing, they were praising Finland. All the mad people everywhere. The people that are praising Finland, they cannot go to their village. They are not even thinking about how to go to their village. Their village is being ravaged. Their hunger is clear. Some of them don't even have food in their cars. They are rejoicing. That even if Mazi Simon Ekpa, even if at the end of the day, the case was not thrown out, even if at the end of the day they sustained that very judgment, Mazi Simon Ekpa will still come out better than every single one of them. He will come out better than them, healthier than them, popular than them, recognized more than every single one of them. Every one of them. Including the Department of Saboteurs, those of them who are jumping from pillar to pole. Those members of people who claim to be Biafran and they're celebrating. They can never meet Mazi Simon Ekpa in anywhere. They are not met in anywhere. They are not met in anywhere. They are not met in anywhere. But when you go to their studio, you see how happy they are. You see how happy they are. In a very useless government. A very useless government. They are not even talking about real issue that concerns them. The calamity that is befalling every one of them. They don't talk about it. The calamity that is befalling Nigeria itself. They ignore it. And they are busy pushing their propaganda, blackmail, ranting, going right, left, and center, celebrating, oh, Mazi Simon Ekpa has been kidnapped, Mazi Simon Ekpa has been arrested, he has been judged, this and that, saying all manner of nonsense. If Mazi Simon Ekpa comes back, even if Mazi Simon Ekpa, even if they did not remove the sentence, and Mazi Simon Ekpa comes back in the next 2 years plus, he is going to be much more better than every single one of them that is celebrating. Better in all ramifications. Those of them who call themselves members of the DOS that are celebrating, they will never in their lifetime be a match to Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa has taken his permanent position in the cause of Biafra. He has taken a permanent position in the cause of Biafra. Your hatred, your wickedness cannot stop it. It is very sad that somebody who claims to be a Biafra, who claims to be fighting for freedom, at this point in time, will be celebrating the downfall of his own brother. Somebody who claims to be fighting for Biafra will be celebrating the downfall of his own brother. You can imagine that. Then ask me, what kind of Biafra are they looking for? Were they ever fighting for Biafra? Were they ever fighting for Biafra?